So intellectual property is like any other type of property. The difference is that this property kind of derives from your own creation. So when you create a piece of music, you paint a painting, you come up with a design, it's not the idea in itself, but the result of your ideas. So what type of rights do we have? So I've already mentioned it. We have designs. So if you come up with a product that has a certain kind of look to it, you protect it as a design. You might want to brand that product as well. You want to call it something. That brand is called a trademark. If this product is a technical solution to a problem, then this would be a patent. And then, as I said, music, paintings are protected by something called copyright. Then you have other type of rights that isn't really an intellectual property rights, such as trade secrets, which is basically something that can't be protected by the standard intellectual property rights. So it would be some type of secret ingredients in a recipe. So a prime example would be the Coca-Cola recipe or the Big Mac sauce. The recipe in itself can't be protected as an intellectual property. And then you keep it under lock and key. So you don't tell anyone what the recipe is. So that's a trade secret. Yeah, so you register a trademark, you register a design, and you register a patent. You can't register copyright. Copyright is one of those type of rights that is active as soon as you created something. So if you've done a painting or if you've written a piece of music, you get instant copyright to that piece of art. So when it comes to trademark, for example, you have different type of trademarks that you can register. So trademark can either be a word mark, like Coca-Cola, but as with Coca-Cola, it could also be a figurative mark, a logo type. You can also register holograms, you can register piece of music, and even video. It's quite versatile, and there's a lot of different type of trademarks that you can register. Well, it depends really. Depending on what you do, you can be subject to any type of IP right. It's important that when you come up with your idea, you think about this from the start. So a musician, for example, it's quite easy. You will be only affected by copyright, most likely. If you don't create merchandise and stuff like that, you could potentially also look into trademarks. But depending, and coming back to trademarks, so say for example you are a designer, you've designed a product, then you would like to look at designs, but you will also look at your trademark. The only thing I want you to think about is that these rights normally are territorial. So depending on where you're going to work, you would like to see if you need to look into register your right in just one country, a couple of countries, or within the entire EU. You can go into the UIPO website and our dedicated Young Creatives website, ideaspower.eu, to read more about the different type of rights and what you should think about. The key thing is to do it from the start. Well, key thing is that you look into this from the start. It should be right up there when you do your business plan, what you think about what type of product you want to produce. The reason being is that when you start planning for your business, you start thinking about your brand, you need to make sure that there aren't any existing brands or designs or patterns that are already in existence and you risk maybe infringing in their rights. So you need to do your research way before that, because you might end up in the situation where you have created a brand and it's too similar to something already existing. and you're risking that you're either infringing or you have to stop using that brand. So the key thing is to do your due diligence from the start.